media is so keen on maligning Jordan Peterson that it's become comical. It's so transparent. They go out of their way to mischaracterize, misrepresent, and malign him in a way that's so boring and honestly pathetic. Like every interview I see with him starts with these, they always start with acting like, so you've really enlivened the white straight males lately, and they seem, and they say that, and then the follow up with that is, and you seem angry. You seem angry. And it's like, I'm sorry, but what kind of interviewer? It's like they all receive the same fact sheet of these are the ways we commonly misrepresent and strawman Jordan Peterson. And we like to really focus on hitting these emotional notes of straight white male, and then we like to hit on Nazi sympathizing, which he's not at all. He is the exact opposite. He has gone into the malevolence of Hitler and of all collectivist regimes. That's the focus of his class. When you act like you're exposing Jordan Peterson, all you're exposing is your pathetic level of ignorance. And it's just, and then, okay, so every interview they'll have and it'll always be some woman that acts really uppity, like, oh, I'm so feminist and I'm so worried that this toxic male doesn't understand the tyranny of the patriarchy. And it's just all ideologues. And the reason why they have to malign him is everybody who tries to take him down comes from such a place of idiocy and ignorance that, I mean, at least if you're going to take somebody down, could you be at all, could you even try to acquaint yourself with something that is an actual chink in the armor? No, you actually just have to focus on misrepresenting and arguing with that misrepresentation, which, as I always say, when you're misrepresenting someone and you're arguing with that misrepresentation, that's a conversation between you and your ego, and you patting yourself on your back and you getting off on what you perceive as you winning. But you're not winning because you have no understanding and no true intelligence of grasping the side that you're misrepresenting. So anyway, it's just so tedious to see how dumb people continue to misrepresent. Another thing they do is they always have this like random they kind of refer to some kind of level of how he has toxic masculinity because he encourages people to take responsibility for their lives. Okay, that's the opposite of toxic masculinity. If you're going to take responsibility for your life, it's because you're actually going to get out of toxic masculinity and rise into being a divine male. Sorry, that's like every like attempt at maligning him it doesn't reveal anything about him and his points. All it does is reveal how collectively terrified and ill-informed all these people the interviewers, and how they've gotten some kind of weird fact sheet it's like they take the misrepresentation and they have a whole fact sheet of different ways that they can go at him. And none of them have any grasp of his actual point. So it's so pathetic. And the latest attempt, you can watch this on Michaela Peterson's YouTube, which I love watching her take down these just complete gnats, because I mean she's just a straight on triple Capricorn that's no nonsense, like just because so the interviewer that recently interviewed them, that interviewer kind of had they cast a line that seemed very sincere and open and wanting to like talk about his new book coming in March and I hope you're feeling better, and then they fell for the trap because they thought, oh, this seems genuine, this seems sincere. And the article that emerged from that had all these little opinion asides like, oh, he resonates among straight white men
he has toxic masculinity, and oh, isn't he supposed to be strong if he emphasizes having responsibility and strength?
It's like, you really you've never read anything by Jordan Peterson. You've never even watched 2 minutes of a video, have you? Absolutely not. And then the interviewer also goes into like having all these little digs at Michaela Peterson, which really reduced to the same type of criticism leveled at Lana Del Rey, which is like, oh, you have pouty lips and you're acting hot, and then you appear to have an autoimmune disease, but I don't know if I believe that. And it's like, excuse me, but none of this like chirpish junior high talk shows an intelligent adult interviewing. It really reveals you. You've revealed yourself as somebody, and it's not even somebody that's actually like, your strategy isn't even smart in a like Machiavellian, diabolical, like that kind of smart evil way. It just actually shows like a idiotic, chirping fool who, an ideologue who just kind of is, you pull the crank and they just keep saying,
Jordan Peterson, he's a Nazi, he's a straight white male, he wasn't for trans pronouns.
It's like, no, he's against compelled speech. Like every single point you make is the misrepresentation of his views that everybody else but you get. Like the collective people who want to write hit pieces pretend not to get it, and they write their articles with this slant, but all you reveal is a collective of gnats and vultures who are ill-informed, who seek to demonize without any basis in reality. So it doesn't matter, the truth isn't going, just because they want the truth to be that he is an evil man, it continually proves that they're the evil, because they're so keen on evilly misrepresenting and maligning him. And then to get into his daughter and cast doubt about her having the medical records, she's been through so much her entire childhood and adult life, and you act as though it's like according to her website, as though she's lying about having medical problems. Like, evil is so boring. You know, it'd be more interesting if you actually knew something, but you're like, I just think the fallacy of watching how evil tries to take down integrity is just another losing point for evil. Like, there's no way they can keep, like, people don't actually, it just continually puts more people in realizing that Jordan Peterson is a man of integrity, standing up against true evil by telling his truth, telling it in such eloquence and brilliance, and also just staying calm amidst this rampant villainy, demonization, dehumanization, misrepresentation, mischaracterization, and just, and it's malignant. It's malignant, and they malign him. So, and it's malevolent. It's all the mals. They're bad, bad, bad. That's the Spanish word. M-A-L. M-A-L. So, it's just exhausting to see, but it's also kind of revealing. So, it reminds you that if you have a hit piece written about you, everyone that knows you, that reads it, even if people don't know you but they know your work, they'll think, wow, this is pathetic. This is a delusional account of what you want a man to be, because you have to make him bad in order to make yourself good. And you're still not good because it's such a hack job. Like, it's so transparent and pathetic and simplistic. So, nice try, Jordan Peterson. I am a woman, and I know many other women. I know women who identify on the non-binary gender spectrum, and they love him, absolutely love him. So, and this idea that his audience is only white cis males and that he's really promoting toxic masculinity. No, actually, you're really dumb. You're really dumb. You're a little chirpy junior high girl that has read what to think about somebody and then has gone through your life without actually knowing anything and revealing yourself to not know anything, and then thinking that you're somehow really morally superior and smart when you're actually extremely ill-informed, ignorant, and honestly jealous and pathetic. You're living in malevolence, resentment, and just true. You think that you really think you're doing the world good by assuming things about a man and misrepresenting him, and then that's your career. You're not creating anything yourself. You're not an inspiration to people. You're not trying to tell them you're not trying to help them with insights that help them live a better life. All you're doing is bringing down people so that you can then, if you bring them down, you think you're bringing yourself up, but you're bringing yourself further down because you are revealing yourself to be a gnat, a vulture. You can only feed off of the energy of putting that person that's actually a brilliant soul down, and then feeding off of the negativity that people come at you. And then acting like, oh, I'm receiving so much hate from Jordan Peterson fans. It's like, yeah, because you're misrepresenting him. It's not because you're, oh, such a good little saint and we're all so mad. No, it's because you're lying. We're mad. People are mad at lies. They're not mad at the truth. You're the one mad at the truth. Anyway, done with that.